Well, guys, I hate to say I told you so when it comes to this TV show, but unfortunately, I feel like I earned that right. When we first heard about HBO's Harry Potter TV series, everybody was super excited and happy at the fact that J.K. Rowling was going to be involved in the TV show. And while you should, to an extent, be happy that she's involved, people were trying to spread around information about the fact that that means that this is not going to be woke, right? That means that this TV show was going to be absolved from any wokeness and whatnot. And I kept trying to tell people, that's not true at all, because number one, it's still HBO, and number two, it's still J.K. Rowling. People don't understand or realize that J.K. Rowling is an absolute raging leftist. The only thing that she disagrees with is when it comes to actual biological female rights compared to trans women. She doesn't believe that trans women should be involved in the same spaces as biological women. That doesn't mean she doesn't believe in the ideology. She just doesn't believe that they should be sharing the same space.
Man talk.
But with all that being said and all the context in the world, apparently there is a new report and a rumor, for the most part, that HBO has introduced race swap Severus Snape in the upcoming Harry Potter TV series, despite promising to remain authentic to the original books. Now, again, guys, man, I knew this was coming from a mile away. If you guys go back to my older videos about this TV show, you're going to realize that I said there was going to be a bunch of woke nonsense in this show, guaranteed. I even said on Saturday Night Hypnosis, multiple live streams, when we talked about this TV show, I said that they were going to do the race swaps. They were going to do all the nonsensical stuff that they typically do. And just because J.K. Rowling was involved doesn't mean that none of this was going to happen. She has race swap characters before. She race swapped Hermione in in the play The Cursed Child. She has race swap characters. There's no reason to believe that she wouldn't do it again, especially when it comes to a super popular character like Severus Snape. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Post. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, just to give you a little bit of context in my own personal, history with Harry Potter, if there's one thing that I know as well as manga, and you guys know how much I love manga, I collect it like crazy, I have a channel, all that stuff. If there's one thing I know as much as manga, it's Harry Potter, okay? I am a big fan of Harry Potter. If I didn't blow so much money on manga, I would probably have a ridiculous Harry Potter collection, truthfully. I would be basically competing with Blabs. That's how much of a Harry Potter fan that I am. But unfortunately, I love manga so much that I have to only dedicate money to one thing, and it has to be manga. But in terms of Harry Potter, I 100% knew from the history of J.K. Rowling and what she's done with her characters, the fact that she made Dumbledore gay after the fact because she didn't want to put it in the original 7 books, the fact that she race swap Hermione in the play, the fact that she does all these things and her ideology as a leftist, we already knew this was going to happen. I don't understand why people are so shocked at the fact that we are seeing a race swap potential Severus Snape. Does it suck? Absolutely it sucks. It's stupid. It's dumb. But is it shocking? No, it should not be shocking in the slightest, especially for this show. But anyway, let's talk about it. A new report alleges that HBO and its parent Warner Brothers will race swap Severus Snape in its upcoming Harry Potter TV series, despite the company's promise to remain authentic to the original books. One thing, I want to make something very clear. Anytime a studio or whatever, company, it doesn't matter. Anytime a studio says the following, we are going to remain authentic to the source material. Anytime they say that, take that opinion and throw it out the fucking window, because they are lying 99% of the time. Seriously, they've proven that they have lied about this 99% of the time. There is very few iterations where they were actually being honest about this. They 100% don't mean it when they say that. That is just a bait for people who love the source material. That way they can think to themselves, oh, everything's going to be fine. And you let your guard down. And before you know it, you're hearing about this and you're getting mad. The Hollywood Reporter's Boris Kitt and James Hibbard report that actor Papa Esidu, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, has been offered the part of Severus Snape, although it is not clear if negotiations have begun in earnest. In J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone's book, she describes Snape, Professor Quirrell, in his absurd turban while talking to a teacher with greasy black hair, a hooked nose, and sallow skin. When Harry asked Percy who the teacher was, Percy replied, "No wonder he's looking so nervous. That's Professor Snape." Elsewhere in the novel, she describes him as Gryffindors came spilling into the field. He saw Snape land nearby, white-faced and tight-lipped. Then Harry felt a hand on his shoulder and looked up into Dumbledore's smiling face. You know what's amazing to me? Here's the most amazing thing to me. When she race-swapped Hermione, okay? one of the excuses she gave, or a lot of people gave for that, was the fact that she never specifically described Hermione as white in the books. That is an absolute lie. There is a text in the books that showcases Hermione as white-faced, okay? So, number one, they're lying off their asses if they're trying to tell people that these weren't originally white characters. I mean, just look at the freaking setting, for God's sakes. You mean to tell me they're not white characters? Okay. But that's besides the point. Snape has 100,000% been described as white skin. No doubt about it. So they cannot use that excuse with Snape upcoming in this TV show. They're just going to have to flat out admit they wanted to race swap it. They can't say, oh, you know, it was never specifically stated that Snape was white, or it was never specifically stated he was pale. No, it was. It 100% was. So what's the excuse now? Just tell me you wanted to race swap the character, right? Just say you wanted to put ESG and DEI into this story. Just say it. Just say it. I'm not saying he's not a good actor. Whoever was hired, whoever this guy is, I've never seen him act. I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but let's be real. You guys did this because of the fact that you want to showcase DEI in the TV show. You have quotas that you have to reach. It's fucking fact. And I'm not the one that's making that up. You are the ones that have said that you have quotas to reach. You are the ones, the companies are the ones that have said that they have certain quotas to hire based off of skin color, that they want to have XYZ percentage of blacks, XYZ percentage of Latinos, XYZ percentage of everything except white people. They're the ones that said that. So when I say that you did that, you cannot tell me that I am then lying, because you said that you're doing it. That's why I never understand when the shills come out and say, well, you're just mad that there's a black. No, they specifically said that they're hiring based off quotas. If HBO and Warner Brothers do indeed plan on casting Papa, which is so weird to say that, it shows that their initial promise that the show would be authentic to the books was nothing more than a bald-faced lie, and we should have known that was the case from the beginning. And that is what they promised. In a press release, the company detailed the stories from each of Rowling's Harry Potter books will become a decade-long series produced with the same epic craft, love, and care this global franchise is known for. The series will feature a new cast to lead a new generation of fandom, full of fantastic detail, much-loved characters, and dramatic locations that Harry Potter fans have loved for over 25 years. Each season will be authentic to the original books and bring Harry Potter and these incredible adventures to new audiences around the world, while the original classic and beloved films will remain at the core of the franchise and available to watch globally. J.K. Rowling even noted at the time that Max's commitment to preserving the integrity of the books is important to her, and I'm looking forward to being part of this new adaptation, which will follow for a degree of depth and detail only afforded by a long-form television series. So, again, guys, J.K. Rowling being involved was not the saving grace that a lot of you guys thought it was. I already knew that, I should say, that this was not going to be a saving grace. We know that J.K. Rowling agrees with 95% of what these psychopaths talk about every single day. To sit here and pretend that she was going to make sure that stupid shit like this wasn't going to happen, I think was a little bit far-fetched, to be honest with you. So, ultimately, is this TV show cooked? I don't know. We really don't know enough information, and for all we know, he might not even be Snape, right? This is still a rumor at the end of the day, so we got to treat it as such until we know more concrete information. But I will say, if he is in fact casted as Severus Snape, my interest for this TV show just dwindled dramatically. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.